Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it has been a very long time coming, Charles, for these Jets, but they are back in the Super Bowl, their first appearance in the big game since that stunning Super Bowl III upset way back in January of '69.
Brandon, they'd lost 4 straight AFC championship games until their win a couple of weeks ago, and remember, prior to that, they'd lost 2 in a row. Mark Sanchez was a quarterback at that time. That was about a decade ago. They lost one of those to the Colts, one of those to the Steelers. But now here they are, back in the big game. And, of course, who are we going to think of?
Joe Namath.
White shoes. Joe Namath guaranteeing victory over the Colts in Super Bowl III. Gets it done. And the AFL-NFL game, never the same. Pretty soon we were in a merger with the AFC and the NFC.
Meanwhile, the L.A. Rams back in the Super Bowl after losing last year's game 13-3 to the Patriots in Atlanta, and they certainly are hoping that their offense is in tow this go-around.
And this is a franchise, having lost last year, all they talked about was getting back to this game and getting some redemption. There have been teams who have done it in the past. The Cowboys did it Super Bowls 5 and 6. The Dolphins did it in Super Bowls 6 and 7. And more recently, New England did it in Super Bowls 52, 53. You lose the first one, win the second one. The Rams believe this second one will be theirs.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Anderson. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Excellent. Go 50 extra money. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Yo, 80. Go. 50 extra money. 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Check. Red 80. Hey, exit.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Going deep now for Herndon. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Gurley. Still on his feet. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Manunwa, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Newton. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds. Just shy of the 40. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Ready? You set, ready? 53 for Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now Gurley. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right. He's telling you, he's telling the right. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Let's get it. That's it. 180. Mike 57. Let's go. Check 31. Check 31.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts get...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Rush in. Slam. And 80. Switch.
Now Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check 3. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 39-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Right to the 3.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Off play action. Newton. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 39 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
25, check 20. Gun.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Forced out to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And DP goes into being taken down. A big play there for L.A. 54 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Newton. And that one's complete to Gurley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Go Saints. The mic. 58's the mic. You must be dreaming. No 80. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
After the penalty, it's Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Push him back.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feed. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Looking for Woods that time. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Check it back, check that.
Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58's the mic.
Hey, Delta.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On first down, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Rams 37, Jets nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
We're going to sign. 41's the mic. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
3 down, 3 down.
And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Another carry now for Gurley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. 53. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Look at 188. 53. Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
The Rams have won the Super Bowl, and they will get the Lombardi Trophy. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi